Hi, and welcome to video number 2, which is demographics research. In this video, you're going to find out what your market is like. If you know how your market ticks and how they act, what they like, what they dislike, and so forth, you're going to be able to pinpoint some sites that they hang out at, they look at, and so forth, and just put your banner ad on those sites. So as you can see, it's an easy process, but you do need to do your demographics first. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the demographics, an overview of it, and then I'm going to go to Quantcast and double click Ad Planner and show you, how about going about this step by step. So we'll run through this video and I'll show you how to do it. It's actually very, very easy to do. So demographics, let's talk about demographics. Who is your market? So what are you trying to promote? Who is your market? What do they like? What do they dislike? What do they look like? Visualize them in your head. Now obviously you're going to get different types of people, but by visualizing them in your head and even giving them a name, then that will allow you to usually visualize and understand better and pinpoint those sites. So let's say, for example, that my niche is weddings, and in specific, wedding speeches. So who is my market? Wedding speeches. Those people that are usually friends of the groom, friends of the bride, and so forth, and they're frantically trying to figure out what to say during the wedding. Now, wedding speeches is a good area to go into. So I'm thinking, okay, who is my market? Could be the best man, it could be the bridesmaid, whoever. So in my mind, what do these people like? What do these people dislike? Or more importantly, what do they look like? Visualize them in your head. Give them a name. I know it sounds kind of maybe stupid, but if you do that, it gives you the ability to, find the sites better and so forth. Now, the second step is once you figured out all that information, you can go ahead and go to quantcast.com or use the double ad planner, which allows you to see demographics as well. And you'll see how easy it is once I go use these two tools. Now what I want you to do is go to Google and open up or find 3 different sites. The first site is called alexa.com, as you can see here, and I'm going to open that up in a different window. And the second site is called quantcast.com, and I'm going to open that up in the second window. And the third one is Google's double ad planner. And it's at google.com/ad planner, and I'm going to open that up in a different window. So as you can see here, we have 3 different windows. We got alexa.com, quantcast.com, and double click ad planner. Now alexa.com is going to give you the ability to find websites, and what we're going to try to do is take those keywords that we did previously in the keyword niche research, and we're going to type it in here, and then we're going to take those websites and put it into quantcast.com. So it's a step-by-step process, and first it starts with alexa.com. Now we did some keyword research with weddings, so I'm going to type in, let's say, weddings, which is pretty general. And as you can see here, alexa.com lists a bunch of sites here. So what I want to do is I want to take the top sites. This one's the not.com. Let's see here. So I'm going to open maybe the top 3 or top 5 sites, and then I'm going to basically copy these sites into quantcast.com. So apparently the not.com is a big site. So then the next step is I'm just going to open Notepad and copy these over here. confetti.co.uk Let's see here, and sales invitations and so forth. I'm going to skip that and go to weddingchannel.com, close that out, and add that here. Now, the second step is once you've entered that keyword, weddings, wedding dresses, wedding invitations, and so forth, I can copy those URLs of those websites to quantcast.com and double-click Add Planner. Now, Quantcast is a great site. These are both free sites, so you can use them for free. I'm going to type thenot.com over here. So with the .com, as we can see here, there's estimated 1.8 million people monthly in the USA that are visiting the site. And you can look over here, and this is the demographics. So it gives you a little more detail about the demographics. It says 35% male go to the wedding site, 65% female, and the biggest age group is 18 to 34. And it's mostly Caucasians that are visiting the site. A good amount of African Americans. 69% has no kids, 31% have kids, and so forth. So you can tell that these are pretty much like single people or single females, Caucasian females at the age of 18 to 34 would be primarily the primary target. And you can see related sites here as well. Now, you can also copy the other URL, the weddingchannel.com, over as well. And this is giving you a good idea on who your target market is. Because you're not trying to reach everybody, you're just trying to reach the market the biggest market that is actually buying. So in this weddingchannel.com, we notice that it's 64 female, which is still a greater amount of female than male. And it's still 18 to 34. Here's a mixture. It's mainly Caucasian and African American, Asian. 70% have no kids, 30% have kids. The majority are making about 30,000 or more. And most of them, it looks like graduate school or college. So you can kind of tell these people that come here are somewhat educated. They have some money. They have a good amount of money, they're this age, and so forth. So that's the demographics for that site. Now, if you want to dig deeper, the next thing you can do is use the double ad planner. Now, what I want to do is I want to close down quantcast.com, and one thing I would recommend is write down what you see here. Alright, so I'm at double-click Add Planner, and you can enter the domain name here, the weddingchannel.com, and as you can see here, the content categories is weddings, formal wear, and so forth. And advertising is accepted, so that's great. That's good news. You can see the traffic statistics to see whether or not you want to advertise on that site. You can see the unique visitors, page views, and so forth. Age group, as we can see, is primarily 25 to 45. They have some college graduate degree, and so forth. And here's where you want to kind of pay attention to, like interests, likes, and dislikes, right? So audience interests would be their likes. So they like more weddings, formal wear, special occasions, marriage, and so forth. So you probably want to keep somewhere along this line, special occasions and formal wear. So wedding dresses would probably be hot as well. These are similar sites related to the site above, and they could be potential traffic hotspots that would have places where you could do media buys as well. And all you have to do is rinse and repeat. Go to Alexa if you want more sites, get the sites, enter it into Quantcast, and enter it into DoubleClick Ad Planner. But what you want to do is kind of create a profile and imagine in your head what this person looks like and possibly give them a name. Now, because I see that it's mostly female at a certain age, I could say that this person's name is Stephanie, and Stephanie, it earns a specific amount. She's over 25, she's ready to get married, and she has a bachelor's degree, and so forth. Now that I know more about this, and now that I kind of visualize what she looks like and so forth, it makes it easier for me to actually find sites that she would like and she would be interested in. Weddings, wedding formal wear, wedding dresses, wedding receptions, wedding shoes, and wedding hairstyles, and so forth. So it really gives you a more idea if once you do demographics